You're listening to Casual Conversations with Tina and Tonia Unplugged. You're listening to Casual Conversations with Tina and Tonia Unplugged.
Welcome back, everybody, to Tina and Tonia Casual Conversations. Yes, 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 it is October. The weather's changing. It's getting cool. Y'all know what time it is. It's snuggle up weather, baby. So, yes, I got to find me somebody to snuggle up with. Because, honey, right now I'm snuggling with my pillow. So, yeah, mama got to find her something. So how everybody doing out there? I hope everybody had a great week. We got the elections coming up. We got the, president and the vice president, and you got Agent Orange. He's out there trying to campaign. So, everybody, go out and vote, do your thing. I'm not here to tell you who to vote for, but, do your thing. And those that don't vote, don't say shit. How about that? So anyway, let's get into this. What's went on with me this week? Well, this week has been a great week. Last Sunday, guess what I did? I went out to my grandchildren's flag football game. Yes, I got two grandkids that's playing flag football. One is a little boy and one is a girl. And let me tell you about that little girl, honey. She is out there running, doing her thing, catching the ball and throwing the ball. I tell you, I was surprised, but she is doing absolutely great. And that little boy of mine, that little grandbaby, baby, when I tell you, he is fast as lightning, baby. And when I say fast as lightning, grandmama had to put a shades on, baby. He ran so fast. I thought it was the sun. He is getting somewhere. So I am really, really proud of their family. They're doing their thing, going out and supporting. So that's a big thing for us. We like to go out and support our family. And as far as work, honey, work has been working. I supposed to get off at a certain time, but I don't even know what time that is no more. I go in from 8:30 until. So, hey, it is what it is. But you know what your mama just did? I signed up again for my water aerobics. Yeah, mama body's been going through some things. She been aching a little bit. So mama just trying to do some things to better herself. So I'm getting back into my water aerobics. I can only do it on Saturdays, but hey, something better than nothing. So that's about what I got going on. And I got some little things twirling in the back of my head to kind of see what else I could do with life. But other than that, mama's at peace. She's happy. Other than the fact she about to start seeing what's out here in these streets, so she can have her snuggle buggle. So let's get into your girl over there, Miss Cutesy. Tina, what's up, girl? What you got going on, baby?
Hey y'all, welcome back. Hi, Mom. We haven't did this in a minute, so I'm excited to be back as well. But what's been going on in Tina World, honey? Like I told y'all, adulting, always real ghetto, don't recommend. No. But yes, that game was just so cute. Like, it's just so cute. I was out there on that field. My mom was in the shade, honey. She be in the shade, baby, because she ain't got time for the heat at all. But it's cute to just see like the kids just out there and just having a good time. It teach them about sportsmanship and just a team. So I just love that for them. They look cute little self. But besides that, I made them some boo baskets because I'm trying to get into my rich auntie, but like good auntie vibes, okay? So I just recently made them a boo basket for Halloween, but I always make them baskets and stuff. I don't really see them often, but I just always want to do just little cutesy stuff for them because, they're my niece and nephew and I love them. But I made them boo basket, and that was just really, really fun. And like I told y'all before, that it is Breast Cancer Awareness Week, well, month. So I just been doing a lot of things with my job around breast cancer, making sure everybody get their mammograms and all that stuff. So your girl has been really just busy, and on top of finishing the semester strong. Okay, I have to get back started on my campaigns. I have 12 campaigns that I'm doing for my portfolio. So I'm working on that as well. And of course, we have to make time for this podcast with y'all because we love it. We see the comments, we see you guys viewing it, and it's only going to get better. So I just appreciate you guys listening every week, Wednesday, with us. We appreciate it so much. And I know that this podcast is going to go somewhere because people need it. What I want to get into today is work-life balance then and now. You already know me and my mom, different generations. So I want to talk about the expectations around work and personal life change over time. So during my mom's generation, I'm pretty sure, mom, yours is different than versus us millennials now when it comes to going to work and things in that nature. Like, we want a healthy work and life balance. We don't want to be there all day. I'm gonna get it 8, and then I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna go on a trip. I'm gonna go do this. Versus, my mom's generation may be a little different. Work, 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 and no play or less play. So we're gonna get into that today, y'all.
All right, yeah, let's get into this work-life balance thing. So, work-life balance, what do it really mean? It means I go to work, and when I get off from work, I take my black ass home or wherever I want to go. And it ain't got nothing else to do with work. Now, you do have those hustlers that work 24/7, but they're working 24/7 for themselves, not for somebody else. So they know how to do their work-life balance. They know that, okay, I don't hustle all week. I did that for a reason. Now, Friday night, Saturday, it's mine. So that's what they do. But yeah, you're right. Back in our days, well, in my days today, because I'm still here. Back in my parents' days, yeah, it was basically you get up, you go to work, you try to figure out if you're going to be able to get a little overtime to take care of your family, things like that. And then you try to squeeze a vacation into, throughout the year or years, or some of them never. So it was very difficult back then. But now I see where work-life balance is very important. It's having to come home and be in peace. It's having to come home and say, let me see what's going on in my house. Not, let me hurry up and do this because I got to get back to work. Or, man, let me pull this computer out because I got to finish working. Or all kinds of things. People are really advocating for their own lives. They're advocating for their time. And I applaud that shit. I applaud that shit because at the end of the day, whatever it is, it affects you in your home. It affects you and your family. That family who we're working for, or that person or that business who we're working for, they're handling their business. They're doing what they're supposed to do for their family. So while we giving the majority of our time to their business and taking home the stress of their business into our home, and now it affects our home. So I truly applaud that. But I tell y'all one thing though, I've noticed. These millennials, they real different. When I tell you, Tina, your generation gives a damn about a 2-week notice. I will tell you in a minute they give a damn about a 2 weeks notice. I say they go out there and they go on their lunch break and you don't hear from them no more because their other job called them and said they need them to work ASAP. So to them meaning, I'm finna leave you today. not just today, to now. To now means today, right now. That is the word for the day. To damn now. I'm finna leave you right now. So at that moment, you're gone. They ain't coming back in the building. They ain't stealing you. They're going to leave your truck where it's at. They're going to do whatever they need to do to get where they got to go. Why? Because that's how they operate. They operate on an instant because everything in their lives now is so instant. Everything is quick, fast, and in a hurry. So work-life balance is so different between the generations. But I want to talk about value. Tina, tell me about the value that millennials have with work-life balance, because we have to work. It is just part of life. We can't get up in the morning and things, the bills get paid and the lights are on and the cable and this, that, and the things are working because that's just how it goes. No, you got to put in the work. So tell me about your values, because that is one of the things that I don't see is the value. Can you touch on that topic for me?
I honestly feel like when it comes to like being valued in the workplace, I feel like some millennials do value where they work at. Absolutely. If they enjoy where they work at. The ones that are just clearly there for the paycheck. No, they already don't want to be there. And I just feel like let's just call a spade a spade. I'm gonna say 80%. Don't fact me now. Don't fact trip me. I'm just saying this is my opinion. People go to work at a place that they really don't want to be at. They do it because the bills have to be paid. How many people really like where they work at? Not too many people do. I put money on it because we have. Why are we having poor customer service in healthcare, in the bank, in the grocery store, all these places that we go? Why is it so hard to find good customer service? Because half of the damn people want to be there. So when we go back into value, depends on the person. Do they really want to be there? That's what it is. And I honestly feel like with that, but when millenniums, it depends on, again, it depends. If you want to be there, or are you appreciative of this opportunity? Like, hey, this is my stepping stone. This is how I pay my bills. I'm not going to be here for long, but I'm going to treat everybody as such. I'm sorry, that's a character thing. That's just what it is. That's a moral thing if you have it in you. Some people don't, and they about 50 and 60 years old. Some people do, and they 21 or 22. It depends on the individual. So I wouldn't put it on like millenniums or anything like that, Mom. I would just say it depends on the individual and what is their purpose of being at that set job. So I would say that.
Okay, I could agree with you on that. Character is big when it comes to value. You have to have a character that appreciative character, a character that says, you gave me an olive branch, so let me do the best that I can. So I will agree with that. But on the other hand, what I'm asking is, when you go into these opportunities to be creative in whatever it is that you are. I mean, I don't know if you're a janitor. I don't know if you're a content creator. I don't know what it is. But if somebody opens that door for you and say, come in, and maybe you thought what you had in your head or visualize in your head of working in this specific place, not what you thought it would be. At that time, why stick around and make yourself miserable? Are you going to mess your character up as far as now you're becoming bitter? Or are you going to upgrade your character and say, let me do something different because maybe this ain't working for me. And a lot of times when we do stay at jobs that we are no longer happy at, we do lose a certain type of value for that job. We lose confidence. We lose trust. We lose some integrity in the job and in ourselves because we have grown to adapt to the confrontational environment because sometimes it can become confrontational. And when I say confrontational, either in the employees, either in your employer, or just getting up, going to work, period. It's confrontational within your own self. I've been at a job where I got up, went to work, and every day before I got there, I had to stop and get 2 or 3 cups of ice because my anxiety was so high that was my coping mechanism to be able to get through the day. I had to crunch on this ice just to get through the day because it was a coping mechanism. And I had did that for years. And I, at the time, didn't realize it was a coping mechanism. I thought I just like to eat ice. But not until I left that job, the day of me leaving the job, I have not ate a cup of ice again. Not one cup of ice. Don't finish ice in a drink or soda or anything when I buy from a restaurant. I don't crunch ice. So that was my coping mechanism. But when I first started, I didn't look at it. It was just, I just like to eat ice. No, that was a coping mechanism. And when I started it, me not recognizing it should have been my outlet to say, I got to go because something here is not working for me. But I kept on doing it. And the more that I did it, the more anxiety I became to the point where it started out with 1 cup of ice. And I had to have ice in my refrigerator at home. And if it wasn't, I had to go out and get it because I did not want to be without that ice. So yes, I understand it is the character of the person, but sometimes you can work somewhere for so long that it breaks your character. And that's when you have to know when to say enough is enough. Work-life balance is something that is very important for people to have. A lot of families have been broken up because of work life. You ain't spending enough time at home. You're spending too much time at work. So, things are not getting done around the house. You wondering why you having these arguments with your significant other because somebody is not there holding down the agreement of the marriage or the relationship because you're spending so much time at work and one person is trying to hold down the house. That's a lot. And sometimes you have to look at that as human beings, men or women, whoever is doing it, and say, hold up, I need to help at home. I need to help whoever that is at home. I need to make sure that I'm putting in my work at home the same way I'm putting in that work at the job. Because your home is your peace. So don't run from it. You have to engage in it in order for your house to get back peaceful. Because if you're running from it, you're only going to create more havoc at home because you thinking, it's hell at home. It's hell at home. I'd rather go to work. I'd rather go to work. Unbeknownst to you that because you're spending so much time there and less time at home is creating an environment. Yeah, I know you're saying, but Tonya, we got to make money. We need money. And we do. Hell yeah, we need it. Shit, anybody got something now? I need it now.
Yes, I totally understand that too, Mom, because this is the thing that I feel because I've had a lot of jobs, y'all. I had a lot of jobs. Okay. I'm a millennium. I will leave a job real quick. But again, it is what it is. But I had a lot of jobs. Far as like My job would never know that I'm unhappy. Now, when it starts showing, then I got to get out of there. But most jobs that I did not like, you never seen it until my recent job that I had to leave because it was just a lie. I was in a hospital setting. I've been in a hospital setting for a long time in healthcare, but this particular one, it was medical records. It was medical records. I deal with law attorneys, offices. I deal with death certificates and all of that. So that was playing on my mental health, and I was losing people. So all of that was a lot. And this was probably I think I was in therapy. I'm not sure. I believe I was, but I stopped. But all of that was playing into um play. And it was just a lot. I didn't want to be there. It was stuff happening in my personal life. So of course that affected the job itself. Every time I would try to go to work and I was in public transportation, so I would get on the train or the bus or and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, I really do not want to go here. Or if I just stay on this train and miss the stop and just go to the park. Like those things. Or when I'm at the job, I'm like, let me just dip off in the stairway and just look at the cars from the expressway and just look. Like I was very sad and depressed going to that job every freaking day. And something had to give. So that's why I say when it goes back to not more so of like, ooh, the value or I value that I got a check every day, but it was so much other stuff. I did not want to be there. That's what I'm saying. It depends on the individual and what is it that they value. Because yes, you have to make money, all that stuff. But do you like where you are? Do you like that job? And if you don't, it's a little tricky. That's what I'm gonna say about that. But I do want to switch over to when it comes to defining values. I feel like this is the thing with like personal values, whether it's family, career, growth, or health. Like what? So those are your personal values. So what are your values? And then when he goes over to professional, okay, is this flexible for me? Like job wise, is it flexible for me? Okay. Do I get different type of opportunities? Do I get my birthday off, or do I get more PTO, or do I get raises every year? Like all of those things, professional values. So I think that plays a part when it comes to work and life balance because it's like, okay, are my values getting met when you go into a job? So I don't think a lot of people's values are getting met. And this is why we go to the grocery store and we have poor customer service. That's why when we go to the bank, there ain't nobody in the bank. When we go to hospital settings and you want to just figure out what's going on with your loved ones, and the nurse, he don't did three overtimes, and he just like, I'm ready to go fucking home. Like it's that, and they ain't gonna let me go. Like stuff like that. That's a lot. That's a lot. So you want to give grace, but I just think they just have to do better. Like they just have to do better. Not saying that they will, but this is why it's like that in the workplaces.
I totally agree with that statement. You're right. Knowing your values and if that job is in alignment of your values, opportunities, time off, grace periods, uh, a whole lot of things. So I can understand that. That's a good point you made right there. I commend you on that. But when we talk about the difference between the generations, I just think the times were different. The way that they were mentored up, the advice that our parents were giving, meaning their advice came from their grandparents, which was a totally different time than it is now. Some of the same things may be happening, but it's a total different time, and people's thinking are so much different now. And we're not as committed to being slaves to our jobs. I'm gonna say that. May not like it, but shit, I don't say it now. Nobody wants to be a slave to their job. Nobody, we're not, we don't want to look at ourselves as paid slaves. So now we're taking it into our own hands and saying, hold up. Don't call me on my weekend, I'm off. Don't text me about no work when I'm off. Don't get mad because I ain't look at your text. Don't get mad if I don't answer your phone call. If this says I am off Friday and Saturday or whatever days that you're off, respect my off time and don't contact me. If I am not a manager or someone that is higher up and getting the bigger monies that y'all have employed for a 24/7 opportunity, if I am a salary employee, then yeah, maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. But if I am an hourly employee, you cannot hold that hourly employee to the values of your manager. You can't do that. So when our children or millennials or whoever we may be are hourly employees and we go home, we go the fuck home. So we're not going to be slaves to that job. Now, if you want to maybe grow within that company or see yourself in a different position one day within that particular company, then yeah, sometimes you do things out of the norm. So you may answer that phone call or you may go in when they call you. But why do jobs sometimes expect you, if they are short, that you on your off day are obligated to come in? We have to stop thinking that, because I have been there and I have made phone calls because we may have been short. And I'm asking hourly employees to come in and work when I don't gave them time. Well, I ain't gave them nothing. The law has gave them time off. That means they have worked their 40 hours or maybe plus, and now they have their 48 hours off. And I have the nerve to call them and ask them to come in and do some more time for this particular company. Why do we feel that way? And it's okay. And then we'll have the nerve to get upset when they don't answer their phone. Then have the nerve. Yes, we have. And I'm only saying this because I've been one. I've been a manager. I've done this. And get upset when they don't answer their phone. I called you this weekend. You knew we were short. They don't care. They don't care that we were short. They don't care that Jane didn't come in or Joe didn't come in. They don't care because I have already planned what I'm going to do. And if that means I'm sitting in my recliner for 2 days, that's me sitting in my recliner for 2 days. If that means that when I get off from work, I catch a plane every weekend and I leave here and I come back at 11 o'clock on Sunday. That's what I do on my time off. You don't have the right to tell me I got to give it up. But that's what we've done as managers. And we will get upset with employees when they do that. All I'm saying is that is considered part of the work-life balance. And we have to consider that at every freaking point. Because you are a manager or you are an executive or whatever that is, and if you chose that position and to work 24/7, then that's you. But don't expect you out of everybody else because they're not you. And it's okay that they're not you. Because then maybe you need to look into your work-life balance. So that's where I'm going with that part of it. But I think a lot of employees are now looking into the work-life balance issue because they can see that they can get more out of their employees, helping that employee keep their lifestyle balance and their mental in place than it is to pressure them to feed into this company that at some point gonna get them to the point where they're so stressed out that they leave at the drop of a dime. They leave there and disrespect you. They leave there with not respecting the company. They leave there angry. They leave there saying, you know what? I'm finna put it on blast on them, and they go online and they put things on there about different company because the company maybe didn't work with them. I got personal stuff going on at home. I got a mom that's sick or I got a child that's sick. Help me help you. Give me some grace somewhere. But I'm going to tell you at the end of the day, it boils down to that mean green. And when that mean green comes up, sometimes people do strange things. That means they don't care about you. They don't give a damn what you got to do. I'm sorry your mama's sick, but I need you here. I'm sorry your child is ill, but I need you here. Yeah, I know they got to go to the doctor, but I need you here. At the end of everything that you freaking tell them, the need is, I need you here. That means fuck what you got to do. I need you. That means put all what you got aside down, and I need you here. That's when the work-life balance really starts to play in, and the balance of life kicks in, and you say, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna be there. And when you be there, you ain't the good employee. When you be there, you don't give your best. When you be there, you're already mentally planning your escape. Because the only reason you're still there is because you got to make sure you got an ace in the hole before you go. Because the day that you go, they're going to wake up thinking you coming in and you already gone. When you turn around at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock or whatever time you get off, they're going to be your last time saying, bye, y'all bitches. Because you ain't coming back. Because they didn't work with you. When you had a great need, they didn't work with you. And I need employers to understand that. You need employees to help build what you're trying to create. But you got to figure out how to work with them and also make your money. But you cannot be a owner to working people. That's my take on it. I'm going to push it back on over there to my pretty lady over there, and let's see what she got to say about that.
Yeah, I agree, Mom, because you don't say a lot. And I think that's more so of like establishing your boundaries with y'all. Because I'm pretty sure they got theirs set in place, okay? If you come in late, that's the point. I mean, if you call out, no show, all these damn point systems that I hate, because that is just crazy. But it's just defining your work hours. Okay, this is I get off at 4:30. Anything over that, If I can put this off until the next morning, it's gonna be put off until the next morning. It's just that simple. Especially if they ain't paying overtime. But sometimes they get a little tricky on that clock too. Why can't you clock out on time? All that stuff. So then communicating boundaries. Again, when Mom was saying about, hey, calling out, let me on my off day. I'm sorry. I have a family. I have other things. I'm not able to come in. The thing that I really it's like about job and when they ask you to be flexible. I don't like the word flexible. I don't like it. I don't like it. Can you be flexible? I know that you're supposed to work such and such time to this time, but sometimes things go over and we need you to stay late, or your relief person that's supposed to relieve you, they got into a car accident. So you're gonna have to stay over. What about what I had got going on when I left? So that mean I can't go nowhere. Like all of that stuff that they do, I don't like that. Or just have open availability, not flexible. Open availability. Wait a minute. I told you I'm available Monday through Friday. But you want me to have open availability whenever you need me. Wait a minute. That's kind of hard to put in a healthy work life balance because pretty much you on standby because your job gonna call you in any minute. I didn't know that I was doing a PRN. I didn't know that because I thought it was a hourly full time employee and I get 8 hours or do 12 hours or three. What they do 3 and off 4. So it's a lot of things that come into play when it comes to that. And it's okay to establish boundaries with your job because I'm pretty sure they got all the boundaries when it's time to let you go. Okay. Same thing. That's why I don't like the whole 2 week notice. 2 weeks notice is for me to find your replacement. Yeah, I know you want to go, but you can't go because you got to give us a 2 week notice. I want you to work this 2 weeks notice so we can find somebody else to replace you, and then you can go on about your business. I told you I was leaving. I leave, regardless if you ain't got my replacement. Because 9 times out of 10, depending on what I was doing, you ain't gonna find nobody in 2 weeks. You're not. You're not going to. But you would want me to wait and put off my other opportunities so you can find somebody else for yours. And that's just not right. And I understand it's nothing personal, it's business. So that's why I say it's nothing personal, it's business. See how you flip that back on them? It's nothing personal. It's business. So I don't like the 2 weeks things. But I know like y'all generation, mom, y'all would always tell us. I remember like I don't know if it's my grandmama or somebody told me that it's just better to have a 2 week notice because just in case you want to come back or it just makes you have a better, I don't know, something about yourself. Just have a better, instead of just leaving. You all right? I'll be all right. I promise I won't miss no sleep over that because I didn't do it the quote unquote right way. Because they didn't do it the quote unquote right way when they called me in their office and let me go. They didn't do that. They didn't know if I had children or was finna get put out, car note. So no. But I do, if you want to actually do come back to whatever job it is, then fine. The 2 week notes in. If you. But other than that, if you've been there 2 weeks or 5 months and you really don't like the place, you don't want to go back. Bye. I'll leave job quick. But if it's not working out for me, but that's just how I feel about the work life balance thing, mom. Because it's a lot of people in a lot of places that don't want to be there because they lack the work and life balance. We know a couple of people too, mom. But that's just what it is. And I just feel like we have to do better when it comes to explaining it, letting jobs know establishing our boundaries of, hey, I can do this. However, I do have other things that I have to do once I leave here. Is that okay? But then again, you should be asking for permission anyway, because they gave you a set time to get off. That's the end. So I don't know, y'all, but that's just how I feel about that.
All right. Thank you for that. I think that was a good topic today. Work-life balance. We're not telling anybody to go out there and quit your job. Tina Tanya said, get up, leave. Now, hell, we did. Well, that is not the shit we just told y'all. Only thing we said was, get your work-life balance together. That's all we saying. We ain't telling you to leave no job because we ain't paying no house note, no car note. We ain't doing no vet bills. And we ain't got no toes and no nails to be getting done. We got to get our own shit done. So, with that being said, and plus, we still got jobs. So, with that being said, we're going to get into this bop of the week. I'm just going to go on into mine because I think mine is important. Being that his album just dropped this week, Mr. October London. Snoop, snoop. So, mine is She Keeps Calling Me. Baby, when I tell you, Mr. October did that. Yes. But baby, it's the intro for me. You know how you have your little bop and you be like, oh, I like that, but it's something specific about it. But it's the specific about this is when he come in on the intro and he do that little yeah. Baby, that thing be all up in my soul, making me feel all grown, honey. But that's my bop of the week. October London, She Keeps Calling Me. So if y'all got time, listen, sit back, light that cigar, get with your boo, pull you up a little glass of wine, a little cognac. Get into that little October London, because baby, that album dropped this week, and I know I'm finna go listen to it, because the man is actually really good. So that's my bop of the week. Let me hear yours, girl.
All right, y'all. So my bop of the week, honey, it's PJ, and it's called Can't Stop. Okay, let me tell y'all something. That song right there is a fucking bop. Okay, if y'all need some type of motivation going on, y'all need to put that on. Okay, great song. Can't stop, no, I won't stop. We on the road to better days because we drove all night. Come on now, if there ain't no bar, I'ma tell every hater you know we gonna do more than get by. Cause some of them motherfuckers don't got by. Okay, they ain't put in the work. So, baby, that's about PJ Can't Stop. Y'all better bop that.
All right, I like that. Can't stop, won't stop. That sounds like a real good, close out motivation. Can't stop, won't stop. I just want to close out with a little 2 cent. My little 2 cent for the day is, and it's pertaining to the work-life balance. If it do not fit within your spirit, if it makes you feel some type of way, if it makes you angry to get up and do it, don't fucking do it. Your mental health is so much more important than how much money you make somebody else. Because the better your mental health is, the more money you can make for yourself. So always put who you are first. Do not allow somebody else's opportunity to make you fucked up in the head. That's their opportunity. Because if your mind ain't together, you can't make opportunities for your own self. So again, protect your mental health. Because it's a whole lot of other things in this world we could be stressed out on instead of somebody else's opportunity to put money in their pocket. So again, I ain't saying leave the job. I ain't saying walk out. I'm just saying put your priorities in perspective. And if that means that you got to re-educate yourself, re-strategize, pivot, move, whatever that is to get you back to where you need to be or to get you where you need to be, then do it. Dig your heels in and do it. Yeah, you may have to stay where you're until you get there, but make sure that every opportunity free that you get is to get to the point where you can be free. So, with that being said, thank y'all for listening to Casual Conversations by Tina and Tonia Unplugged. Until next time, bye.
You're listening to Casual Conversations with Tina and Tonia Unplugged. You're listening to Casual Conversations with Tina and Tonia Unplugged.